here it goes. Um, so it's 1 month of owning a gym. Um, it's crazy. I'm here. I did it. Um, I'm probably going to do like a monthly update on this, just because I think I think it'd be cool to document, you know, and see the change since I'm here almost every day. Uh, sometimes it can be hard to recognize the big changes because you see it constantly. And so I'm going to film a monthly update at least, just to kind of share this place with as many people as I can. Um, I'm super proud of what this has started, right? 1 month in, I have a small membership base, but rent and bills are covered. So that stress is off my back, at least. So now I can focus on just taking things in and improving the place, and I don't have to necessarily worry about, am I going to be able to pay rent this month? But yeah, I don't know where to start this. um, I just it's a dream come true, that I own a gym. Like, I own this, all the stuff in here, and I didn't have to take loans out. It's yeah. And it's been a long time coming. I'm 28, and I never imagined myself last year, a couple years ago, to be able to actually do this. And going through the process of it all, it's actually not that bad. I think it's scary initially because it's a lot of investing, and uh, there's a lot of planning involved, but it's really just, once you learn about the process of these things and get over those humps, it's not that bad. It's really not. So it's really exciting, being a business owner for at least a month, um, and that I can just focus on making my people happy and getting them results and sharing that. And I've played around with a bunch of different models of this, and uh, I really like the model I have right now, where I have a certain price point for my membership, and you get everything, and you get unlimited access. And as the membership base grows, right, the price gets reduced. And so it allows just, people to come in, and, if they can't come in right now, right, eventually they will be able to and get access to everything that everyone else has already had. And I think limiting the barrier to entry, right, to gyms, and especially something like this where it's a more private gym, right, experience. It's more community based, and there's a lot of just one-on-one personal attention, and those things can be kind of pricey. And I have to cover my base, right? I have to pay rent, I have to do all those things, but I want to work towards a place where that barrier to entry is removed, where anyone can get the attention and their wants and needs met in terms of physical fitness, mental health, all those things. And I've thought about it a lot, and it's a long journey. But this is the first step, I guess. And I'm the most expensive gym in my immediate area, right? But it's laying down the foundations, and yeah, I'm ecstatic. I'm excited. I don't sleep a lot. That's one thing that's I've struggled with, but I'm not tired. I'm every time I come here, I drive about a half hour. I get to the gym, and I unlock that door, and immediately it gives me life. Like I'm just head over heels. And so one of the things too is I would just want to like I know this place is going to evolve. It's going to change the look of it, the equipment, all that stuff. And so I think it'd be cool to document it. And so like I have this thing to look back on of the evolution. I think that'd be cool. So I think one of my most prized pieces or foundational pieces of who I am is summarized very well in this big panda, tiny dragon little drawing. I don't know if you can read that. I want to change the world, said Tiny Dragon. Start with the next person that needs your help. And to me, that just like is the epitome of what I'm doing, right? Like, I don't have a huge membership base, but I'm starting with the person that's in front of me. When they come in that door, they get my full attention and love, and I work with that person and the next one, and I think that's going to pay off. I think it's going to pay off in the long run. It's going to compound, but it's a slow process, and it's trusting in the process. I think that's the big thing. But tour of the gym as of April 1st, as of 1 month in. Pretty excited about like the dumbbells. Those are probably my favorite things. I've always wanted a full dumbbell rack, and so now I have it. But rig, SSB. It's probably my favorite bar, specialty bar. Like, it's so good. It's so useful. And it's dark. I should probably turn the lights on, but we got the yokes and the sleds in the back, barbells. I got a bunch of chalkboards, more barbells, and then all the sandbags. I'm going to be known in this area for having all the sandbags. I think they're just the best, one of the best tools for training. But yeah, I leave the lights out because one, I'm here all day and I enjoy the natural light. But I think two, saving a little money on the electrical, you know what I mean? Because most of my people come in the evening, so right now, right? So, it's nice because that allows me to do my training and all my stuff throughout the day. I get to eat, I get to take care of myself before I have to be on, and I really like that, and just so happens to work out with like the population of the area, right? A lot of people work for the government and stuff, and so they get out a little bit later, right? And I think they get a little bit more quality, right? Especially from me, because I'm taking care of myself. And I think that's an important thing that we might not think about for gym owners or coaches, is that like, we're always client member focused, but if we forget about ourselves, that's where like it can get tough, because you can't be your best self all the time if you're not taking care of the things you need or want. And I've been a big believer in that for most of my professional career, and I've allowed that over the past couple of years to make a lot of decisions, and so carrying that forward into this place. But I realized I didn't even name my gym, and it's Pelion. It's Pelion Gym, named after the Greek mythology of where the heroes went to go train. And uh, I'm a big nut in terms of the mythologies and stories and narrative, and I think there's a lot of different connections that you can make, and I think those connections are important to, identifying or embodying different stories and myths. And I think the hero myths of Greece are really, really influential, and they're more widely known too. So I think people can understand that. But it's there's a bunch of different sayings I have, and one is up there, right? I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Proud of you. That one's a big one. It's your journey is another one, and my people give me crap all the time about it. But I really believe in those things because I don't think enough people have people that are proud of them, or at least tell them. And it's the same thing with no, I don't think a lot of people have the heartfelt "I love yous" told to them, and often enough. And so I think just having it up and allowing people to see that, and not just in passing as a joke, but truly meaning it, I think is really important to people. I think it really does make a difference. And so it's something that I truly believe in, and that people need to be reminded of. And that, just because you don't lose X amount of weight or lift X amount of pounds and don't do this or that, I think that validation doesn't need to necessarily come from me, right? It needs to come from themselves, of just being proud of themselves. But I think it can start with me, right? And putting that forward, and just relearning that there are more important things than those super objective measures, and that feeling better, moving better, these very subjective markers of performance, and are just walking up the stairs better, right? Not out of breath as much, or being able to stand and sit more comfortably. I think those things are the more important wins, and that's not necessarily put emphasized, or what's the word I'm looking for, as made as valuable, right, in the industry as a whole. But so I don't know what I want to do with this vlogging thing. I think it's important for me to be able to talk, right? That's my job. At some point is listening and talking, and I think this helps, right? The more talking I do, the more writing I do, the better I am at communicating, right? And so I think this is just a natural evolution of what I need to be doing. I used to run a Twitch channel for 2 years, and it was fitness, it was working out and stuff, and I really enjoyed it because I got to talk, and it was really awesome interacting with people. And while I was doing something I love and I got to share that, but it was, it allowed me to really solidify a lot of my thoughts and to be able to bounce them off people and, you know, allow them to evolve with others. And I miss that. And I can't really pick it back up at my current place because here the internet is not so good, and so I don't think live streaming would necessarily be sustainable or of quality. But I'm missing that, and I think this is a healthy way for me to do it. You know, where YouTube is a platform for longer form content, right? Compared to like Instagram, where it's, and TikTok, where those things are meant to be scrolled and moved, and you can engage with something, but like there's always something else clamoring. And I think YouTube is a little bit better, and so we're gonna try that out. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for like doing a little bit of YouTube, to be here. Like I still am in disbelief that this is my gym. I own this. I train people here. Like I for years, right? For years I've worked at gyms, and I never necessarily envisioned myself of owning and being in their position. And so it's really exciting to just actually be living the quote unquote dream of lifting and training. And I'm excited too to see where it changes along the way, right? So like I said, the future, right, of this, I don't know, but there are some goals of mine that I want, where I don't want necessarily this huge membership base. Like I'm not trying to create a mega gym or anything like that, but I do want to make sure we remove the barriers to entry as best we can. So it allows anyone who wants to engage in this to have less of a struggle to, right? Less obstacles to beginning, right? Like I think health, fitness, I can almost not state how important it is, right? I think gyms and trainers and coaches are like, it is paramount that more people engage in with trainers, coaches, and gyms. I think mental, physical health, we can see where that has led us, and I think it's vitally important that, you know, we are able to remove the obstacles that allow people to engage with these things, right, with us. Because I mean, it can be it's really intimidating. Like it's intimidating going into a gym for the first time, seeing like the people on Instagram, the models, and the faces of the fitness industry. Like it's intimidating, and trying to remove those barriers as best I can for people. And you know, one of those things is the upfront investment, and for a lot of people that's important as a transaction of being able to hold themselves accountable, right? That there's stakes in the game. They put skin in the game, right? And so I understand that aspect, but I think there's another aspect of like, it's scary to invest money into something that, you know, is one, intimidating, and two, probably like something that the individuals that are new to the gym have struggled with for a good part of their life, or at least where they're at now. And so that's one goal, is to remove some of those barriers. Another goal of mine is to bring people on and hire them and hire them. I think a lot of places in the fitness industry, right, trainers are underpaid, they're overworked, and it's not sustainable for a lot of individuals, right? I think online training has made huge headways in terms of that, but I want to bring that model, right, of sustainability to gyms where you can make a living training people, and you don't have to put 80, 90 hours in a week, right? Where you can take care of yourself, you can learn, you can train yourself, and all these things where, you're getting better as a human being as well as providing for yourself and your family, right? And I really want to be a part of that and provide that as a business owner, and as a gym owner. So that's a big goal of mine. It's not going to happen overnight for sure, and it's going to start really slow, and just like this, right? Like, I mean, I have a year, right, in this building. I have a year in this building, and I'm 1 month in. And so we'll see where this goes, right? Hopefully. And I believe it in my heart that I'm doing something special, right? And that this is just the beginning, and we'll be able to make it past that threshold. And who knows if I'm going to be able to hire my first employee in 2 years, right? Or something like that, right? So it might take time, and that's why I'm doing this too, is to kind of film it, because I think it'd be cool to look back on it and be like, this is where my mental state was. This is where I was training. This is what it looked like at the very beginning of it all. Because I didn't, I look at some of these gyms that start, and, they got Instagrams and TikToks, and they're documenting it that way. And I just don't necessarily engage well with those platforms. And so I felt like I was missing out, right? I missed out on filming a lot of when we were putting down the turf. We have this huge turf runway that runs on the gym. It's awesome. It's one of the best things about this place. But I didn't document, I didn't film putting all this stuff in, putting it together, and I think I missed out on something special by doing that. And so my goal now is to, not to beat myself up over it, just to start now. And so that's what I'm doing. And I think it'd be cool. And so another thing too, right, is that I've been in a couple car accidents. I've had a lot of concussions. I've had like 8 major concussions. And so my memory is really poor. And I don't want to forget these things. And especially like I've taken a lot of pictures, right? And I've realized pictures, looking through years of pictures, I'm still left without context. Like I'll look at a picture and I don't know who those people are in the picture. And so I think filming is the better option for me, in that I can see what I'm doing, right? I can see it within context, and I can listen to it, understand it, and be able to look back on it and leave something. I think that'd be cool. And so anyway, so that's that side, the gym ownership life. I also want to just talk about my mental health and my training, because again, like documenting the whole process, I think it's all part of it, right? It's not just I own the gym or it's just my training. Like both are reflective of each other, and there are lessons to be learned. If if something stagnates in my training, I think something will stagnate somewhere else. And so I think it's important to look at all those aspects. So training wise, I've never been more excited, I think, uh, in terms of just what I'm doing. I've taken things from all sorts of uh, systems, and through different coaches and through different just seeing other people's training, I've kind of experimented enough and put it all together where I get to do what I enjoy and what I want to work on, and it makes me feel really good and strong, and it's getting me closer to my goals, right? Physically, my goal is to kind of slowly build like a classic physique. Maybe one day step on a stage. I'm not super worried about that, or super driven towards necessarily competing. But I think like the classic physique category and training and the look I really enjoy. And so I've kind of taken that and I've looked at a lot of different people who've had that physique and what they did. And then I'm combining it with the stuff I like to do, which is a lot of sandbags and strongman stuff, strongman exercises, but really just carrying stuff. I really enjoy just picking heavy things up and moving it. I think it's really simple. And so I'm doing like this hybrid thing that I'm trying to make work, where I also don't count reps. I just kind of move things, and I try to base everything off of how I feel, like auto-regulate it. And so right now I'm in the second week. I'm at the end of the second week of this training cycle of I lift something heavy. I choose a heavy exercise for the day. And it's broken up into body parts. I train 5 days a week. And so I choose an exercise to go heavy on for a single, and then I do a minute kind of drop set or drop sets at minutes of that weight, or a little bit or a lower weight, but just to get volume at intensity. And then I go to a couple different exercises that are more isolated focused, and do AMRAPs of 7, 8, and the volume's been increasing. And instead of counting reps and sets, I'm just kind of like, for those minutes, those 7 minutes, those 8 minutes, whatever, I'm focused on that one exercise and being there, present. What am I feeling? And for me, it's taken away from I can focus on the tempo, and I don't have to worry about counting reps or sets or trying to remember it all. It takes me away from what I'm doing. And so I've really enjoyed that aspect. I've been doing that for about almost a year and a half now, 2 years, of different time domains and working single exercises within those time domains. And I've really enjoyed it, right? And again, I think it allows me to stay within the exercise and what I'm doing versus focusing on what number am I on, or am I going too slow, or am I going too fast? It allows me to really feel things and adapt things, and I'm not worried. I don't have this stress of like I have to get to 8 reps. Like if I do 5, but they're really quality, I think that's, and I feel everything, like that's money to me compared to just doing 8 reps, right, at a certain tempo or anything like that. So it allows me also to experiment with a lot of different weight variations, right? And 7 minutes of a lightweight means I'm going to probably do a ton of reps, like an insane amount of reps versus if I go heavy, that 7 minutes is rough, right? In terms of just it's just a little bit of reps and being able to be okay with that too, right? Like 7 minutes, I'm doing volume. And then also, if I choose a heavy weight for that day, it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to do a ton of reps there, but that's okay. That's okay. Because I'm learning something, I'm getting better. And so I've really enjoyed that aspect. The other things I've added in the past like month the past month have been, I've been doing like steady states moving for like trying to reach quote unquote zone 2, but yeah, and that's pushing the yoke. I have it on sliders and I just push it up and down, and I do some jump roping or I walk a little bit as speed and outside, get some sun. And so I've been enjoying that. It has been just super clarity mentally for me. And so that's something I've been doing. And then the other thing I've been doing on top of that is about 30 minutes of a morning move. And it's like movement and meditation for me. And I get to just put some good music on and enjoy it. And I have a list of exercises that I want to do or I should do that I need to work on. And if I get to them, cool, within that 30 minutes. If I don't, that's okay. But I get to spend time with something, maybe, that exercise feels good or that stretch feels good. Let's spend whatever time on it that it needs. And I might miss some of the other things, but I'll get those in other days. And so I've been really enjoying that aspect. It's kind of replaced my yoga practice, traditional yoga, if you will. But that's probably like a highlight of my day. And then my training sessions, because I do all of that, like I get all that movement nutrition in, and that quality movement. I guess spend time with all these different parts and get to move, and it really allows me to assess how I feel. Then my training sessions with the like heavier intentional sessions are much more intentional, direct, and I've been able to take out a lot of the fluff. And so I'm really excited. I'm really dialed into what I'm doing. And I feel good. I feel strong. I'm hitting some pretty good numbers for me. And I know that's not what it's about, especially for me, but I've been hitting things I haven't hit in a long time. And I'm really excited. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Over the next year of this, I'm excited to grow my hair back out. I had really long hair, like down to my shoulder. I cut it off on accident-ish. And so I'm excited to grow my hair back out because I'm nah about this. And I was just so used to it. But the mustache is staying. And yeah, this is Pelion Gym. This is what I got. I'm excited. And I'm excited to anyone that's watching this is going to come along for the ride. I'm happy to share anything that I learn along the way. Because as much as it's sharing with anyone watching, it's sharing to myself. So I can hear it back, I can listen, I can grow from it. And yeah, I'm really pumped. I own a gym. I don't know how much I'll be posting. I'll probably be doing at least a month update like this, just long form talking. But I've had talks with a couple of my friends and colleagues about doing podcasts, and I do a lot of writing, so that's always something that I'm diving into. And so there's those prospects, and also like adding in some of those movement sessions, filming them. I film a lot of my training sessions. I'm just used to it from the Twitch streaming, and so even just uploading that, you know, without much commentary or whatever. I'm excited with the possibilities of what I can do, like creatively. I'm gonna try things, and with a new platform, it's easy. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have an awesome day, a lovely month. It's April. Get after it. I love you guys. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. Proud of me. And just like the big panda, just help the next person. Just help the person that's in front of you. Help the person that you look in the mirror at. Just start with one and go along. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.